What's going on, guys? It's Greg Music Dies, and welcome to a MIRAGE 3.0 tutorial. One note, the MIRAGE 3.0 has the same number of sidewall holes as the Ion and the DNA2, so all these patterns will be able to go from one head to another. We love how this head came out, really stiff, great face shape, and the mid pocket turns out really nice in this particular head. We've got tons of players that use the mid elite pocket right off the shelf, and it turns out perfect. If you're looking to customize it and have us string it, you can go into a custom builder, and this is known as the mid pocket on there. So we've got our 9 diamond top string in. You'll see on the MIRAGE 3, we've moved the top two in, a top string hole and a mesh hole. You can string this normal if you want, or you can try shifting it. It should be pretty easy to use the same tutorial. So for this is our straight up mid pocket, dead center of the head, pretty good channel. We break them in pretty well to make sure it's not super tight, but it does focus the ball really into the middle of the head. And a very versatile pocket we find works well for most players, and you can do some minor adjustments with the bottom string and the shooting strings. So now we will get into the sidewall pattern. Okay, so now we're gonna do the tutorial for the mid pocket. We've got our 9 diamond top string in on the second row. So we're gonna start our double loop at the third. So go from the outside of the head, come up through that first diamond, the 10 diamond row, should be right after your top string, around to the outside of the head to make a loop. It's gonna hold it nice and tight, and then you're gonna do that just one more time to make it a double loop. You don't have to do a double, but we usually do. Just looks nice and keeps it a little bit tighter. So for this mid pocket, this is going to be our, what we call our elite pocket, and it's gonna be the same as what we have in the Ion and the DNA. So we're gonna skip 2 holes, and then come down and do an overhand knot. So through the outside of the head, from the front to the back of the mesh, and then around the back of that string. So you can see that overhand knot, and you want to make sure you get all the slack out, get it nice and tight. For the second one on our elite pocket, we're going to skip 2 holes again to get it nice and tight. So skip, skip, come down to this one, through the mesh and back and around. That's going to be our second knot. That one gets pretty tight, so you have to put a little bit of force in getting it nice and tight, but when you break it in, it should be perfect. And then for the third knot, we're only going to skip 1 sidewall hole, go from the outside of the plastic, around through the mesh, same exact process for our regular knot. Pull that one nice and tight, and you should start to see the channel take shape there. Now we can start to create the pocket. So we're going to do 2 ones in a row. For a 1, you go from the face to the back of the mesh, around the outside of the sidewall, and under the string without going back through the mesh. Do that once, no skips. Do it again, no skips. And then we're going to do a 2 with a skip in between. So for the 2, it's the same process. Front to the back of the mesh, and then front to the back of the mesh again without going through the head. Skip a sidewall hole to give that a little space to move, and then pull it nice and tight. Then we have one more 1 with a skip. Same exact thing. Skip a hole to work us down in the pocket to the bottom of the head. And then finally, we have our 1 tie off, which always goes from the back of the mesh to the front and from the inside to the outside of the sidewall on the second to last sidewall hole. And I always loop it around one more time just to keep it nice and tight. So there you have it. Once you've done your sidewall pattern, we're going to move on to bottom string. We do a double loop on the next 9 diamond row. This lets you adjust the pocket easily and also make sure it doesn't get too deep. You can always bring it in a little bit as the pocket breaks in. If you're looking for it to be a little deeper, a little baggier, you can move that bottom string down a half row. And then for shooting strings, we do a nylon and a straight shooter on the 9 diamond rows. Puts them well within the 4-inch legal limit, and this is a moderate amount of whip with a smooth release. If you're looking for more whip, you can bump both of them down or stack them on top of each other, and that will make the pocket hit the shooting strings a little harder, give you a little bit more snap out of the pocket. So thanks for watching. Leave any comments or questions you have down below. We'll be sure to answer them. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.